they look like linebackers with boobs.
California has passed legislation allowing transgender inmates in the state's correctional facilities to be assigned housing based on their gender identity.
These are big guys. They have the breasts, but they still look like football players.
In September, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed Senate Bill 132 into law.
They're not little. You might have one that's just short, but the majority of them are pretty big, burly.
California now joins Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York City, and Massachusetts in recognizing inmates' gender identity.
Sometimes they're angry. Their anger is pretty intense, so it's scary. I'm speaking anonymously because now being on parole, I don't want anything that could put me in a situation that they could use to violate me, send me back to prison, or give me a hard time. I mean, anything you say that these individuals can take, and it's discrimination right away. Discrimination, discrimination, discrimination. I shot into a house that had like 20 to 30, 40 people in there. And although my intentions weren't to murder anyone, I did. At first, I thought it was gonna be okay. And it didn't take long before this one particular individual was manipulative, calculating, vindictive, and always looking and seeking to do harm to another person. We were in the same housing. I was blessed not to have to live in the same room, but some women do. And if you say that you don't want that person in a room, you get moved out. The women get moved out, not the one that identifies as a woman. If he didn't get his way, he felt, though I shouldn't have said that, but he is a man, he felt from his perspective that he was victimized. But in all actuality, he was victimizing others. When the individuals started coming from the other institution, they would come sometimes with a very threatening demeanor and attitude. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them did, and that was scary, especially if a lot of us as women, we have come from very abusive backgrounds. So it's a lot of walking in trauma.
I've been incarcerated now for 14 and a half years.
3 years. 23 and a half years.
I've been incarcerated for 30 years now, and I prefer to be in a woman's prison because I look at myself as a transgender woman, and I should be treated as a woman.
When we hear their voice, or when we hear when they're in that aggressive demeanor, attitude, that's when it was the most, I'm like, whew, I'm super uncomfortable. Oh, it's uncomfortable. It's like constant high alert. It's like this, oh my gosh, this is uncomfortable. That law wants to take away even the word woman. They want a different word in front of the word woman. Cis woman. I'm not a cis woman. I'm a woman. Why does there have to be a word in front of it? Now we're going backwards again. Because now you are men identifying as women, and now you want to take what we fought and what the women fought so hard to have. Whether it's women's sports or even the prison that's for women. You have your own prison. You want to go in the women's bathroom, you have your own bathroom. Why do you want to take over what the little that we have? I don't understand that. That law gives that community these rights that discount us as women. What about our rights? What about how we feel? No one asked us. No one asked us how we felt about this. No one did. From my perspective, it seems like the public cares more about what people think about the trans community. Yes, a lot of us did commit heinous crimes. We did, but so did those individuals. And they seem to overlook that part because it's about how they feel is this trans seems to be more important than what we're going through as women, or women, period. The word woman, period. Honestly, I really don't think the public cares. I don't.